guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here to talk about Love Meg for a couple of minutes. She decided to absolutely go off on Instagram on her followers when they were asking her some questions, and she also just had some other saltiness to sprinkle in the mix. So we're going to take a look at what she had to say. If you're interested, please keep watching. All right, so first things first, I wanted to share this with you guys before we get into the actual topic of this video. But Love Meg just did a sponsorship with the Farmer's Dog over on her Instagram.
Love the Farmer's Dog. As most of you guys know, they both just went to the vet, got clean bills of health, and I really feel like a lot of that has to do with us feeding our dogs real food. The Farmer's Dog is real food. You can actually see the chicken and the veggies and whatever meat you choose, the beef, all of that, you can see it in there. And our dogs think it is the most delicious thing. And also we've had Molly on several different diet foods that are like kibble. She never lost any weight, and eating real food has gotten her down 9 pounds, and she's almost 13, and they gave her a clean bill of health to be able to travel to Europe. While the Farmer's Dog is a little bit more expensive than buying kibble from your grocery store, it is definitely worth it to just invest in your dog's health. That way you don't have any vet visits down the road from health issues. Also, like loving on your dog, like making sure they are having the best life possible. Speaking of, oh, feisty girl, she's growling. Before we actually started using the Farmer's Dog, we were making our own dog food for the dogs, and it can get pretty overwhelming very fast. You definitely have to stay on top of it, and we're going to have to go back to doing that again when we're traveling around Europe. And that is, when people ask us what is the one thing you're going to miss about America, I am not even kidding you when we say being able to get the Farmer's Dog delivered to our house. Like, that is on the top of our list. It is seriously so convenient, and also it's going to make your dogs so healthy. They're going to love it. They think it's delicious. So I highly recommend it in every way.
And I just want to say this should be a reminder to every brand that they need to really research who it is that they're sponsoring. Now, in my opinion, Love Meg is one of the last influencers that I would want to partner with, even if she wasn't toxic and problematic and snapping off on people that didn't want to give her their hard-earned money. But on top of it, her engagement isn't that good. Think about how many other influencers who don't act like her, but again, leaving that out of the equation, let's just talk about influencers that get way better engagement than Love Meg, and they happen to be dog owners. There are so many people out there, like endless amount of people online have dogs, like whether they have 1 dog, 2 dogs, multiple dogs. So as far as just engagement alone, her Instagram is not doing that well. She's over here shilling this influencer masterclass and life coaching bullshit, and her platform doesn't even speak for itself. She had to take 2 PPP loans because she was so greedy and driven by money that she took money from the government that she did not need. So I don't know. I saw that sponsorship, and I was talking to one of y'all about it as well over on Instagram. And this should just be another one of those moments. Companies need to really look into who it is that they are partnering with. Now, do I think it's amazing that her dogs got to enjoy really good, high quality food? Of course. But as far as Meg being the spokesperson, I think that that's embarrassing. And it just goes to show how little research these companies do when they are looking for a new influencer, YouTuber, TikToker, whoever to send their product to. They need to have a PR person or social media person, a branding person, to actually do a little bit of research. And I know some of this stuff is like not that big of a deal, but I think with Meg, she has completely destroyed her platform. And if someone did even a fair amount of research, they would easily be able to figure out that she is just not that great of a person. So that's my opinion when it comes to another brand, aligning themselves with her. And she also gloated about how, she takes such good care of her dogs. Well, here we go with my opinion again. Any amazing dog owner would never put their 13-year-old dog on a fucking plane, fly them overseas, and expect them to go on this European extravaganza road trip like Meg is doing. And even if allegedly the vet gave a clean bill of health, so on and so forth, it's still the point of the stress of an old dog, a senior dog, being put on an aircraft and being flown overseas. And that's where I'm going to stand on it. I'm not going to change my mind. I don't think that she's an amazing dog owner, because I don't think that an amazing dog owner would put their dog through that amount of stress for a self-serving reason like Meg is doing. That's my opinion. But either way, she posted these, asked me a question over on Instagram. This was a couple days ago. And the first one said, "Why are you so rude to people who support you?" Valid question. And Meg responded, "Am I, or do you just not like my boundaries and me standing up for myself when I need to? There's a difference." What Meg does is she constantly hypes herself up. So she wants to put out a multi-surface cleaner, a life coaching business, a YouTube masterclass, whatever it is that she is putting out. LoveMeg.video, that's another one. All of these different streams of revenue so that she can make more money off of you. And if you come to her and say, "I really like your content, I like you up until this point, XYZ, I'm just not able to, that's not in my budget to give you extra money right now," when this is content that could be uploaded to YouTube like she has been doing, but her greed got the best of her. Someone expressing that does not deserve to be lashed out at. And she has lashed out at people for literally the most simple little pieces of feedback. She will block you, and she calls those boundaries. Meg, boundaries does not equate to building an echo chamber, because that's exactly what she's done, especially over the last year. Having a boundary is not allowing someone to cuss you out, actually bully you, even though she doesn't know what bullying really is. We've gone over that before. These types of things are setting boundaries. Being upset with someone for leaving a little piece of criticism or a little bit of feedback, or if they're expressing a little bit of frustration because you're so damn greedy, that is not building a boundary. That's just not liking people who don't like you. It's petty and bitchy. And then she also put this, "I also think that if I was a man, half this sweet persona wouldn't be expected of me. Let's think about the expectations we put on women to be a certain way when they don't have to be." I don't think anyone is having any great expectations for Meg. Most people understand that these influencers and YouTubers are human beings. They have feelings, they make mistakes, they trip and fall sometimes, and they've got to get back up. I've made my own fair share of mistakes, and I've tripped and I've fallen, and I had to get back up and correct, information, or, figure out how to do the right thing for this specific situation. And I always take it on the chin and keep moving forward. Meg is not able to do that. There's not an expectation for her to be a perfect person, but there is an expectation for her not to come out of the gate swinging at people who have a really simple piece of criticism or an opinion that might not be stroking her ego. All right, so this one's a little interesting. She said, "And there's another part of my personality. I am extremely blunt. I don't even take the time to think about how to sugarcoat something or tie it in a little bow, because my biggest pet peeve is my time being wasted." And she spelled peeve wrong in pet peeve. There's no A. Moving on. "I want to get to the point bluntly and clearly so I can move on to the next thing. Also, something high energy people do, and frankly, high achievers do. Whatever. My time is my biggest asset. I know I can accomplish so much more in a day and spread so much more time, and I can spend so much more time doing things that I love if I don't waste my time sugarcoating." This is the thing. She lacks so much self-awareness that she is trying to say that she's blunt. She's just to the point. But anyone who has followed her for any, significant period of time, I would say a year or longer, and they've seen how she responds to things and how quickly she gets upset when people are not there to give her praise and admiration. She's like a lot of other YouTubers in that sense. She's not sugarcoating something. She's just being bitchy about it. She's just having a temper tantrum. She's just being upset that things are not going her way. It's not being blunt or not sugarcoating. I'm blunt and I don't sugarcoat sometimes, within reason, of course. But there's a difference in being assertive in what it is that you're saying versus just lashing out at people that happen to not like you. She literally, and yes, I'm going to inject this into every video that I do on Meg, she gave people instructions on how to falsely report my channel to get me shut down. And I have not done a single thing that has bullied her, harassed her, gone real life on her, been extremely vile and cruel towards her. Even if my opinions have been a little straightforward at times, I have never done anything that was hateful or disrespectful to her. So I just think it's ridiculous when you try to say, oh, I'm not sugarcoating things, I'm just a blunt person. But anyone that has witnessed her kind of change in her personality over the last year or so can see that she's not being blunt. She's just having temper tantrums and having little meltdowns publicly. Today, I have 2 brands I'm working with actually paying me to do a job. But this morning I saw questions, and instead of doing the work I'm getting paid to do, I decided out of the goodness of my heart to try to answer some questions for you all. I mean, my God, pat yourself on the back. This is your fucking job, Meg. These people asking questions put you in the fucking house that you're sitting in right now. These people who gave you the platform that you're standing on, they're the ones that put you in the position where you could work with brands to get paid. YouTubers and influencers are nothing without their audience, and that seems to be something that is so easily ignored by so many of them. They want to snap off on the people that put them in that McMansion that they're sitting in and allowed them to work from home full time and allowed them to vacuum their sofa and get paid on it. Remember where you came from. I don't think I'll waste my time with it again, though. Keep up or you don't. That's on you. What makes me feel good right now is to stop the questions because some people have lost their minds, and I'm going to do some work that I'm getting paid to do. Well, technically you get paid on Instagram. Her reels and stuff, like Instagram is a stream of revenue, like with the dog food stuff. She got paid off that, and that was a brand deal that was on Instagram. I just get so frustrated when they want to sit there and try to get upset at the people that put them in the place that they are now. You want to gloat about brands and all the money that you're making and how you can be a life coach and change everyone's life. Like for $2,500 a month on a 12-year contract, Meg needs a major reality check, and she also needs to remember that she wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for these people that she's snapping off on right now. She also said, my boundaries and respect for myself make me a bitch. I'm okay with being that bitch. I hope it inspired you to disappoint people. Say no, say this is enough, whenever the hell you need to. No, all that it made Meg look like is someone who can't handle an ounce of anything that is not in favor of her. No commentary should be made about Love Meg. No subscribers need to leave any comments with their thoughts. No followers need to express the fact that, we're in a tough financial situation and I just can't pay for what it is that you're shilling right now. If you're doing any of those things, then you're bullying her, you're harassing her, you're just, a bunch of mean girls, and she has to put up these boundaries, even though her boundaries are actually just her little temper tantrums where she has little meltdowns all over the fucking internet. And this is why Love Meg has ruined her, she has ruined her reputation. She has ruined her image, and there is no way, after all the nonsense that she has pulled, I don't think that she could ever get it back to where it used to be. Because when you lash out on the people that made you, they check out for good. They don't care if you come back in a year and you're acting like some sweet little Southern belle. They remember when they were lashed out on and blocked or deleted, all because they had a little bit of criticism for you that sent you into a tailspin. And the last one that I'm going to read, because at a certain point these just get really repetitive. She said, if you feel like you can't afford something like my website or services, don't feel like you owe me or anyone for that matter an explanation. I see too many times people stating their financial boundaries and then following up with an explanation to me. I'm just here to say, don't ever feel like you need to do that. People are allowed to do that. It's a public platform. They're the ones that put you in this position. So if they feel like they want to say that, they're allowed to say that. Then she continues, I 100% believe that God has my back. So all of y'all subscribers that bought her house, that she's sitting in and she just sold and she's going to truck it off to Europe and do this, e-nomad, digital nomad, whatever she wants to label it as, lifestyle. All of y'all that funded all of that, you don't matter because God has her back. I know I add so much value to the people who are willing to pay for my services and website. How? You're not qualified. People that get paid and actually offer something to their clients are people like doctors, therapists, hell, even like a certified makeup artist. At least they have more training and education in the field than what you have. And you're charging people $2,500. As I've said before, if you have $2,500 extra cash sitting around, you're not worried about Love Meg and what kind of nonsense she's going to tell you. And on top of it, all of that info you can find for free online. We've had that conversation. She continued, the people who feel like I add that value to their lives will be there, ready and excited. The ones who don't owe me an explanation why. Those people are allowed to share their feelings because they did help make Love Meg. Meg would be a nobody if it wasn't for all of these people. So I'm so tired of her trying to silence those who made her. That's the big takeaway here. And for someone who monitors their comments so much and just couldn't care less about the haters and the bullies, the mean girls, as she calls everybody. For someone who doesn't care that much, she sure does get wrapped up in responding to the opposing opinions about her. So many YouTubers are really similar in this one way, and that is that they claim that they don't care about their haters, but some of them are so wrapped up in any opinion that is opposing them, they constantly just look like the biggest hypocrites. Either you don't care about the haters or you care about them. Don't say that you don't care if you're going to constantly be responding to the people that don't like you and having tantrums and all of this kind of stuff. It reminds me a lot of Death Noodles. It reminds me a lot of Dad Challenge podcast, Without a Crystal Ball, all the people that I've talked about kind of on a consistent basis, even the Doherty dozen. Oh, the haters, they don't matter, blah, blah, blah. But they do, because you're constantly giving them some kind of attention, even if it's just responding to their comments, telling them how much they don't matter. But they got to you because you're giving them a lengthy response a lot of times. So either way, those are my thoughts on this Love Meg catastrophe. I don't believe that like I said, I don't think that she'll ever be able to turn around and go back to where she was at kind of her peak. And I don't know their finances, so I don't want to guess any real specifics, but something tells me that things are just not going to go the way that she kind of expected them to. I think that she thought she would fool and trick a lot more of her subscribers than she actually did with this life coach thing and with the lovemeg.video thing. But a lot of people are just not here for it. People are here to watch the content on YouTube or shorter form content over on TikTok that is free. It's not behind a paywall. And they're actually supporting people that, at least as of right now in current time, seem to be pretty solid people and don't have a track record of being the way that Love Meg is. So either way, can't wait for her to call me a narcissist again and go off on Instagram. I'm sure that it's coming because she just doesn't care that much. But time will tell. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like in the comments. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.